Today, I want to share a story with you about a woman from Rome who was known for her deep devotion and piety. Her story is a reminder for all of us about the power of humility, trust, and the unexpected grace of a simple prayer. It's a tale that has been passed down through the centuries, and it's one that still speaks to us today, especially about the power of the Rosary. Once upon a time, in the heart of Rome, there lived a lady who was so devout that even the most strict religious figures in the church looked up to her. She lived a life full of sacrifices, fasting, wearing sackcloth, praying intensely, and even giving herself physical penance. She was admired for her holiness. But despite all these efforts, something was missing. One day, this lady decided to seek spiritual advice from a renowned priest, Saint Dominic. She went to him with a humble heart, wanting to learn how she could grow closer to God. After confessing her sins, Saint Dominic gave her a very simple piece of advice. He gave her a rosary and told her to pray it every day. But the lady wasn't so sure. She had already been doing so many things, regularly making the Stations of the Cross, fasting, and offering sacrifices. She didn't feel the need for this new devotion. "I'm doing enough," she thought. "Why would I need to pray the rosary?" She left the confessional, horrified by what she thought was Saint Dominic's strange advice. She couldn't understand why he wanted her to pray this simple prayer when she was already doing so much. She was certain that her other penances were enough, and so she ignored his counsel. But then something extraordinary happened. One day, as she was in prayer, she had a vision. Her soul appeared before God, and Saint Michael the Archangel was there, holding a set of scales. On one side of the scale were all her good works, the prayers, the penances, and the sacrifices she had made. On the other side were her sins and imperfections. To her shock, the side with her good works was greatly outweighed by the side with her sins. All her efforts, it seemed, weren't enough. She stood before God, alarmed, terrified, and feeling the weight of her own shortcomings. In that moment of fear, she cried out to the Blessed Virgin Mary, begging for mercy. And then something miraculous happened. Our Lady, hearing her plea, took the single rosary she had prayed as penance, the only one she had prayed as Saint Dominic had asked, and placed it on the scale. That one rosary, with its simple yet powerful prayers, was so heavy with grace that it tipped the scales in her favor. It outweighed not only all her sins, but also all her other good works. Our Lady had intervened, showing the woman that this simple devotion was far more powerful than she had ever imagined. As soon as the vision ended, the lady was filled with awe and deep humility. She realized that she had been wrong to dismiss the advice of Saint Dominic. The rosary wasn't just a simple prayer, it was a powerful tool for grace, something she needed in her spiritual life. Filled with regret and a desire to change, she rushed to find Saint Dominic. She threw herself at his feet, confessed her disbelief, and begged his forgiveness. And from that day forward, she faithfully prayed the rosary every day. Through this devotion, the woman grew in holiness and eventually reached the perfection she had longed for. And her story lives on as a powerful reminder to us all. Sometimes, the simplest things like the rosary hold the greatest power. So, what can we learn from this story? It's a lesson in humility. No matter how much we think we're doing for our spiritual growth, it's important to stay open to new ways to grow closer to God, especially if those ways are simple, like praying the rosary. And just like that lady, we can find grace in the things we least expect. Thank you for listening. Remember, no prayer is too small to make a big difference. God bless.